Hi, my name is Vanessa Pineda, and I'm going to talk to you about the Socrative app. It's a really cool instant response for teachers to use with their students in the classroom. So as soon as you go to Socrative.com, it comes to this page here. And so there's a student login and teacher login. I'm going to log in as a teacher. It'll bring me up here. If this is the very first time, then you're going to click down here where it says get a free account, and you'll put your information in. I already have mine, so I'm going to go ahead and log in here with my email and password. So as soon as I log in, this is the home page that it brings me to. At the top, you see a room with this code. This is the code that you're going to share with your student so that they can log in. So I'm going to take you back to the home page. When a student clicks student login, this is all they see. The student, they see a room name. So this code here is what you tell your students, and they'll type here and join the room. Now, as your students are joining the room, this number right here at the top right corner will go up. So if you have 5 students and all 5 enter the room correctly, you'll have a number 5 here. I don't have any students, so it's at a 0. Here's the settings. So you can clear the room once you have the 5 students, you've done everything you wanted to do, all your quizzes, then you can clear the room and exit them out. You could change your account as far as your email or your password if you need the guide, which is a really good guide, and then you can log out here. So with Socrative, you basically quiz your students. They can get on their cell phones and enter on Socrative. They can get on Kindles, iPads, or the computer. You can quiz them, you can do a quick question, you can do a space race, or an exit ticket. So this is the home page, the dashboard tab. Here is the manage quizzes. So I'm going to go to that first, and you would have to create a quiz. So I've created a few quizzes already, but basically when you create a quiz, you write the name of the quiz that you want here. So let's say I want it to be over a book that I read with my students. I can choose how I want my first question to be, and it can be multiple choice. So I can say how old was Crash, and then I can come up with my answer choices. And along here on the side, I would have to click the one that is correct, how old he was. And so 12 is how old he was. I can give an explanation. For example, I could put, this is found on page 8. And they can look in the book and I can prove it to them that he was 12. But this is, you don't have to put an explanation if you don't want to. And then I can save it. Now, there's other ones I could do true and false, short answer. Then when I have so many questions, I can change my order here. I can duplicate the question if I want to so that they are asked that same question multiple times. And if I just decide I don't want this question after all, I can delete it here. So when I'm done creating my quiz, I will have to save it. So you can save and exit. Now, go back to manage quizzes. When you go to my quizzes, the quiz that you created, so here's my crash quiz that I just showed you, is here on my list of quizzes. So it'll always show you on your last 5 quizzes. If you have more than 5, you click on all and you'll see all of them. I want to also show you how to share your quiz. So right here is this tab where I can share my quiz. If I click on it so that it's available, there's this code. There's this code here. And that code is the code that my colleagues can enter when they, on Manage Quizzes, the option to import quiz. If they put that code here and import quiz and say yes, it will go into their My Quizzes when other teachers log in. So that way they can use that same quiz with their students if they're doing the same topic or the same book, whatever it is. So, and then reports is so you can actually get the feedback. You can see the results after the quizzes. So if I go to back to the home page to start a quiz, I'm sorry, to the dashboard, I can start my quiz here. While I'm giving, so if I show you how to start a quiz, I can choose the quiz that I want to do. So let's say I did Zane and the Hurricane. There's 3 different ways that I can have the quiz ran. So the student pace, which is immediate feedback, is probably the best one. That one tells the student right away whether they got the question right or wrong. And it'll show them the explanation if you entered one. And the students have to take the quiz in order from question 1 to question 2, question 3, and so on. And then, of course, you as a teacher will be able to see the results in this tab here. The student pace one allows the student to take the quiz at whatever order they want to. So if they want to skip question 1, then they can, and they can start off with question 3 and then go back to 2 or 1. So they can do it however they want. Now, teacher paced is when you run the quiz. So if you're having those 5 students take this quiz, all 5 have to complete question 1 before you say, okay, now to question 2, and then they'll see question 2 displayed, and everyone has to do question 2. So if I did this one, you can disable names, randomize the question order or the answer choices. If you want to disable student feedback so they can't see if they got it right or wrong, I'm going to keep that. And I want to be able to see their results on my report. So I'm going to start. Now, the students would be taking the quiz, and as they're taking a quiz, it takes me to the live results. So I'll be able to see their names listed here. I'll see how their progress is. This quiz only has 3 questions, so if they're 33%, because they finished question 1, it'll show 33. Then it'll say 66, and so on. And then at the bottom of you'll see their actual answer choice, where they chose A, B, or C, or if there was a short answer, what they wrote. You'll see if it's a true and false, if they chose true or if they chose false. And at the very bottom, you'll see the percentage of how many students got question 1 correct. You'll see the percentage of how many students got question 2 correct, and so on. So I went to the help page so y'all can see what a report looks like. It's like that. So you can see the name, the progress. The green means they got it right. B means they got it wrong. Or the red means they got it wrong, so B was incorrect. You can see their short answer here. So it's pretty cool. So when you do an activity, you always have to click Finish up here at the top right, and then you'll get your report. So you can say Get Report, View Chart, and it'll show me this. But I have no students, so it's not any results here. And then I can exit and go back to the home page. Now, during a lesson, if I want to do a quick question, I can, and I'll choose what kind, and I'll have to verbally tell them the question and the answers, and the students could just choose their answer on their screen, and I'll see it go, how many students answered. And so I finished there. Space Race is really fun. I think I would actually use this most often with the quiz. Space Race, you can have your students in groups. So for example, I have my classroom in table groups, and so I can have each table have 1 Kindle, or if not everyone has a cell phone, okay, then go ahead and get in groups of 4. You only need 1 cell phone, and they can rotate. So if I chose again my quiz, then I would choose the number. I have 4 groups of tables. They can auto-assign teams, and then they have a little icon, and I can change the icon to be a bear, a bike, a unicorn. I'm gonna let them be spaceships. So then they can get the feedback, and then I could just disable the results, or I can enable that. So if I start, this is what the students see on my projector, and on their screen they'll be taking the quiz. So they would be talking with their teammates, choosing answer choices, and let's say Team Blue gets it correct, then they'll be moving up. And it's kind of like a race because they'll see that their team is winning or their team is falling behind, and so I think that would be really fun with students. A little competitive. Okay, and then again, you'll see your results here. And exit. And then I also like the exit ticket. I usually do exit tickets on sticky notes, and sometimes I get an IDK or an I don't know on a sticky note. And this one automatically gives the students 3 questions, and it won't show me because it'll go on the student screen. And this is what the 3 questions are. The guide tells me that the first question will be, how well do you understand today's material? So at the end of a lesson, after you've done your recap, you can ask the students, okay, go ahead and do your exit ticket before you leave today, and they'll answer question 1, which is here, how well did you understand? And they'll say A, totally got it, B, pretty well, C, not very well, or D, not at all, and they'll submit their answer. It'll go to question 2, which says, what did you learn in today's class? And that's a short answer, and so they'll write out, I learned, whatever they learned. And then question 3 would be your verbal question, and then they'll choose their answer, which will be multiple choice. And when they submit it, whenever they leave, you'll see the live results as they're putting it in, but whenever they leave and you click finish, you'll be able to see the results for you to keep. So that's how exit ticket works, which is really cool because it's just 3 questions. So you would click finish, you would get your results, and you would actually see it. But again, as they're taking these quizzes or they're taking the exit ticket, you'll see the live results on that tab. But you can only see live results if you have an activity running. So since I finished it, it's not able anymore. And this is my report. And I think that's about it. So I think it's really good to use in class to incorporate technology because the students, of course, like clicking away. And again, space race can be very competitive. The exit ticket is great for teachers so they can see whether they need to reteach something or review something. If a student didn't get it, and they can put in, it could be anonymous, or they can put in the student's name. Start a quiz. When you have start a quiz and you go to your reports, you can see a whole class report. You can also print out an individual report where it will look like a paper that you would grade, like a quiz, and you can print that out and give it back to the students so they can review, or you can discuss with them what they got wrong, what they got right. So if you have any other questions, just let me know on the discussion board or email me. Hope you find some way to use this in your classroom next year. I know I will. I'm very excited about it. And that's it. Thank you.